Ultra-processed foods are everywhere, convenient, affordable, and engineered to taste irresistible. They dominate grocery store shelves, fuel our busy lifestyles, and are often marketed as harmless indulgences or time-saving solutions. But beneath the appealing packaging and long shelf life lies a deeper, more troubling reality. These products aren't just bad because they're high in sugar, salt, or fat. The danger runs deeper into how these foods are structured, how they're preserved, and how they interact with the delicate ecosystem inside your body. And it's this disruption, especially to the gut microbiota and metabolic balance, that makes ultra-processed foods far more dangerous than most people realize. Ultra-processing fundamentally alters foods' physical and chemical nature. This includes techniques like extrusion, hydrogenation, artificial emulsification, and the use of synthetic flavor enhancers or colorants. These methods strip away the food's natural matrix, its intact fibers, micronutrient bonds, and complex structures, and replace them with engineered textures and additives that can confuse the body's normal digestive and hormonal signals. It's not just about what's added, but also what's destroyed. Even when a product appears nutritionally similar on a label, its processed form may be metabolically disruptive in ways whole foods are not. One of the most alarming effects is on the gut microbiota. Your gut is home to trillions of microbes that play a crucial role in everything from immune function and inflammation regulation to mood and weight control. When you consume ultra-processed foods, low in fiber, high in emulsifiers and preservatives, you're not just feeding yourself. You're starving or altering the beneficial bacteria that keep your gut ecosystem balanced. Studies show that common food additives, like polysorbate 80 or carboxymethylcellulose, can erode the protective mucus layer in the intestines, making the gut lining more permeable and vulnerable to inflammation, a condition known as leaky gut. This inflammatory trigger can spill over into the bloodstream, accelerating chronic diseases ranging from type 2 diabetes to autoimmune disorders. Metabolically, ultra-processed foods contribute to a rapid surge in blood sugar and insulin levels due to their high glycemic load and lack of intact fibers or proteins to slow digestion. Over time, this repeated spike and crash pattern leads to insulin resistance, fat accumulation, especially visceral fat, and chronic inflammation. These foods also hijack the brain's reward pathways, encouraging overeating through hyperpalatable combinations of salt, sugar, and fat that are difficult to find in nature. As a result, satiety signals are dulled, hunger hormones become dysregulated, and calorie intake rises unconsciously. But perhaps the most deceptive aspect of ultra-processed foods is how effectively they bypass our natural defenses. They often come disguised as health foods, high-protein bars, diet shakes, low-fat snacks, yet still carry the same hallmarks of overprocessing: emulsifiers, thickeners, artificial sweeteners, and preservatives. These ingredients may not add calories, but they still alter gut flora, immune signaling, and metabolic responses. This is why even low-calorie or sugar-free, ultra-processed products can still drive inflammation and weight gain. There's also growing evidence that ultra-processing itself may introduce new chemical contaminants, such as advanced glycation end products, ages, and neoformed compounds during high-heat processing. These substances are increasingly linked to oxidative stress, cellular damage, and accelerated aging. The bigger concern is that ultra-processed foods don't just pose risks in isolation, they often replace real food. The more ultra-processed products you eat, the less room there is for fiber-rich vegetables, whole grains, fermented foods, and quality proteins. This displaces critical nutrients and antioxidants that help protect the body against disease. In effect, they crowd out the good while quietly inflicting long-term damage. Public health researchers now consider high ultra-processed food consumption a standalone risk factor for premature death, cardiovascular disease, cancer, and even mental health disorders. And while food labels may list calorie counts, fat grams, or sugar levels, they rarely capture the more profound biological effects of eating products designed in a lab instead of grown in soil. The warning is clear: ultra-processed foods are more than just unhealthy. They are metabolically manipulative. Their effects extend far beyond weight gain, creeping into the core systems that regulate immunity, brain health, and aging itself. The good news is that change is possible. Reducing ultra-processed food intake, even modestly, can lead to rapid improvements in gut health, insulin sensitivity, and inflammatory markers. It starts with awareness, followed by small, consistent choices: cooking more meals at home, choosing whole ingredients, and reading beyond the marketing claims on packages. What we eat doesn't just fuel our bodies, it programs them. And in the case of ultra-processed foods, the programming may be leading us down a path we never intended.